Hello everyone, I'm Shashira Aurin from TBIA. Today I will be analyzing a compelling Oxford Union debate speech titled Social Media Corrupts Human Interactions, delivered by Jake Simons. What makes the opening of this speech incredibly effective is how Simons cleverly used a disarming opening to melt away the audience assumptions. Instead of launching into an immediate attack on technology, he openly admits to being an active social media user himself, frequently posting on Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat. He even praises its utility in keeping him connected with his family in Australia and highlights Facebook initiatives providing internet access developing nations. This is a brilliant rhetorical strategy because it builds empathy, establishes credibility, and creates rapport and trust with the audience before he introduces his core critique. Moving into the thesis statement, Simons explicitly narrows down the scope of the debate to keep the argument focused. He clearly explains to the viewer that the motion tonight is not a general debate about whether the internet is inherently good or bad, nor is it about its overall utility. Instead, his thesis focused strictly on how social media fundamentally corrupts our day-to-day interactions, alters individual human behavior, and replaces genuine physical human connections with superficial virtual relationships on deeply personal level. Simons builds his case around two main arguments. First, mental health and political manipulation. Political manipulation. First, regarding mental health, he introduced solid empirical evidence from a 2014 study by University of Pittsburgh School of Medicine, which surveyed 100 1,700 young adults. The data revealed that heavy social media users were 2.7 times more likely to develop depression. He further critiques how algorithms exacerbate severe issues like eating disorders by pushing harmful content to vulnerable individuals. His second pillar focuses on political manipulations. Simons highlights how social media corrupts how we interact with political leaders, citing Facebook's fake news controversies and the dangerous erosion of journalistic integrity, where objective truth are rapidly being replaced by speed and popularity. Next, let's analyze how Simon deconstruct the opinions. Sorry, let's analyze how Simons deconstruct the opposition perspective. He proactively introduced their classic correlation versus causation argument, the claim that perhaps inherently depressed individuals are simply drawn to social media as an outlet, rather than social media causing the depression itself. His rebuttal is incredibly effective because it bridges statistical data with emotional weight. He shares a highly personal account of how his own family was ravaged by an eating disorder. By pairing cold, hard medical facts with raw, authentic human emotion, He successfully tears down the opposition's defense, proving that social media systematically distorts reality and creates unrealistic imaging standards for its users. To conclude his presentation, Simons delivers a powerful and highly memorable catchphrase: "Stop stalking and start talking." Evaluating the speech as a whole, its greatest strength lies in its immaculate structure and Simon's rhetorical ability to balance data with profound empathy. While he occasionally leans into extreme negative impacts, his early parameters protect the integrity of his argument. Reflecting on this listening exercise, it has significantly sharpened my own critical thinking skills. It taught me how to dissect bias, isolate variables, and ultimately reminded me that you can learn far more by looking someone in the eye than you ever could by looking at social media profile. Hey, that's all from me, and thank you.